Good morning, Bobcats. So this week in math, we're going to be starting to talk about area whenever it comes to measuring certain spaces, okay? So I have a few vocabulary words I want to go over for this week because they're going to need them in order to understand what we're talking about whenever we're doing our live lessons and when you go on to do the performance task, okay? So y'all are going to notice the first word I have up here is square unit, okay? So whenever you see the word square unit, that just means one of these blocks. Okay, so instead of thinking them as like an individual block, you're going to see that and think, okay, that is one square unit right there. Okay, this one is one square unit. Okay, so like I said, one square means one square unit. It's just one block. Okay, now dimensions. Okay, so dimensions is a little tricky, but it's something that you're going to need to be familiar with, especially going on to third grade. So dimensions is talking almost kind of like making a multiplication equation, but kind of just setting that up, but you're not actually solving it yet. Okay, so in order to find the dimensions, you're going to be looking here and here to find our dimensions, okay? That kind of came up a little light. I'll use a darker marker. Okay, so right here and here. There you go. Okay. So we're going to be looking at these two areas. So right here, I got to count the squares going down. Okay, so how many do I see right here going in this column? So 1, 2, 3. So now that's going to be 3 right there. Then I'm going to go up here to the top, and I count this one again because this is going to be considered a row. So you count this one again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 3 by 4. So in order to write that out for the dimensions, I would write 3 by 4. And when I say by, I write that little X right there, okay? So 3 by 4. Okay, so that's how we show what our dimensions are for this, okay? So we have 3 rows going, or I'm sorry, 3, it's 3 rows and then 4 columns, okay? So that's how we show that. Now we need to talk about the area. That is how we find out how many blocks do we have all in total right here, okay? So, I mean, the easiest thing you could do is always just you could count all the blocks individually, okay? That's always a great strategy. I'm not against that if that's the way you decide is best for you. But another way, kind of going back to what we were working on a little bit last week, so this might seem a little familiar, I like to find little cheats to help us get there a little bit quicker so we aren't spending so much time counting. So I know each of these rows, or I'm sorry, columns have 3 in them, so I'm going to think 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, okay? And so I'm going to add those up in order to get my answer, okay? So I'm going to come down here and write that so I have a little bit more room to work with, okay? So I know each of those columns had 3 in it, so I just made another addition problem in order to figure that out. So I know 3 plus 3, 6. And I also know, over here I can do the same thing. 3 plus 3 is 6. And so then I have 6 plus 6. And then I know 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay? So our area for this whole thing would be 12. Oh, didn't know what I wanted to write right there. I don't think you really have to, but this is how you would find your area, okay? So like I said, you can come up with an equation like this, my addition equation, to figure it out, or you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay? Both of those ways to figure it out are fine as long as I see that you got an answer, and if I can see that you were obviously counting along in your blocks, okay, because I got to see something, all right? So if y'all have any questions with that, then please feel free to reach out, but that's what we'll be working on this week, and I will see y'all tomorrow for our live lesson.